So students, as a result of the cost-benefit principle, now there is something that is called the budget constraint that is going to result. What do we mean by that? Due to the opportunity cost, now every person, household, or firm, or even a nation has a budget constraint. Every single one of these players, as we've called them, has to come up with a combination that can be afforded given the prices of everything when everything is going to be spent. And that boundary, that frontier, that limitation is called the opportunity set. All the possible combinations that could be obtained. Now, in this example, we only looked at two variables: education versus earnings, school versus work. But obviously, in anybody's life or in any company's series of choices, and certainly in a nation's set of choices, there are going to be quite a few different possibilities. And this budget constraint is going to be measured into something called the opportunity set. We're measuring all the possible combinations of consumption that a person or a firm or even a nation can afford, given the prices of goods and that individual or firms or even nations' income. And remember that not all the income needs to be spent. And so the price is really important here because we're making our comparisons based upon the given or going price of whatever, for example, would be the two variables or two goods that are being compared in the budget. And we can put that budget on a graph, and we'll be looking at something like that in our next video. So with a limited amount of income to spend on things, individuals, households, firms, and nations must choose what they need and want and what they don't. And so we can measure the price, of course, in dollars, but we've talked before about increments. And the problem also in measuring in dollars is it's not going to accurately capture the true opportunity cost, which when looking at something like education versus employment, for example, is the cost of time that are going to be involved. And quantifying or measuring the value of time is not always that easy. Remember our example with attending college. There's the out-of-pocket costs like tuition, books, room and board, and other expenses that are possible. And during the hours that a student is studying, right, it's usually impossible to work at a paying job. Therefore, college imposes both an out-of-pocket cost, a dollar cost, as well as an opportunity cost of lost earnings or whatever else a student might be able to do with their time.